The way I kind of look at my teaching career is I imagine my credentialing program, I imagine it like a race. And my credentialing program provides me with like the vehicle that I'm going to enter into this race. And so I get into my car. I've done my credentialing program. I'm off and I'm running and I'm teaching. And at first I have like a really hard time just getting this car to move forward, right? And every teacher struggles their first couple of years. And then so I'm having a really hard time. Finally, I invest a lot of time, a lot of effort into getting this car to move. And then finally it starts to move. And then I'm chugging along. And then the more time I invest into it, the more and faster and further it starts to go. And then after a certain point, some challenges start to come up. I used to spend a lot of time bringing home work after school, and spending a lot of time on my vehicle. And then I had my first kid, my son. And then now that time got dramatically reduced. And then, but I'm still working on my vehicle. I'm still trying to add to it as much as I can and make it go faster and getting it to run. And then boom, I get a second kid. And then bang, like almost all the time that I have outside of school to invest into my vehicle kind of like just goes away. And it's at this point that I kind of like pop up and I go like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm working so hard to get I feel like little results out at the end of it. And if I look at behind me, I see all the younger teachers that are like really working hard, and then they're starting to catch up to me and they're moving faster because they have all that time. And then I look at people that are around my age and they all seem to be in the same position I'm in. They start to have kids, start to have other priorities. And then the amount of time that they get to invest into their vehicle becomes less and less. So they start to go at a much slower rate. And then I look way ahead of me at teachers that are like within 5 to 10 years of I want to say graduating, but it's actually retiring from education. And, like a small portion of them just seem to be moonwalking beside their car to make it look like their car is moving. And those are, the hopeless. And then you have those that still maintain hope that are actually zooming off again and they're working really hard and they're moving ahead. And I look at us in the teaching profession as being like on a team that's all in this race together. And one of the things that I notice is if I look way off into the distance, way past those older teachers that are off and zooming ahead of everyone, I notice that, there's more cars way out there. And as I take out my binoculars and I start to look, I notice that we're way behind in this race. And all these different countries, I can spot out Canada, I can spot out Singapore, I can spot out all these different countries that are just so far ahead of us. And one of them catches my eye, this navy blue and white team, because they're not even in cars, they're in bikes. And they seem to be like leisurely strolling in their bikes, and they seem to be maintaining in the top 5 position of this race, right? And they look relaxed, they look like, they're having a great old time. And that's what really caught my attention about Finland, right? Is that they almost make it look effortless. And the more I look at them and how they work, I'm like, wow, this is way different than what we're doing. And they're getting much, much better results.